Simulation hardware. So many brands, so many models, so many price points. They all so good, so awesome, so out of reach to the Brazilian average player. They're just not affordable for us. In this special video, I'll bring you all the analysis of the Brazilian simulation hardware market and try to understand why those products are so expensive and out of reach to us. So follow me, let's try to understand it. Weapon safe. Salute and welcome to the Fighter Driver channel. I'm Gabriel Oliveira, the Fighter Driver, and today's video brings to a not very good conclusion to myself and my Brazilian fellow countrymen. Purchasing simulation hardware, let me get it corrected, purchasing any kind of hardware here in Brazil is absurdly expensive. I'm not saying it's easy peasy for anyone. I mean, spending $500 on a steering wheel isn't anything cheap. But for us Brazilian people, it's in a totally different level. I've been playing Gran Turismo Sport and Gran Turismo 7 for almost 4 years now, and ever since I've been trying to get myself at least an entry-level steering wheel such as the G29, but with no success so far. So let's take a look at how things work around here and why it's so hard to us Brazilian players. But before we do so, be sure to smash the like button, to share this video with everyone you know who likes Gran Turismo 7, sim racing, motorsport, and also everyone you know who likes War Thunder and air combat simulation. And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. I also want to thank every one of you who's been following and supporting us through this journey. You are 123 subs now, and I'm preparing something to return all the love and support you drivers and fighters have been giving to us. Maybe we can arrange some events with the subscribers with prizes and giveaways, small ones of course, but something. What do you all think? Leave us a comment with suggestions, what we can do to retribute our community. Help us reach the new meta of 500 plus subscribers. The faster we get there, the faster we can make it happen. First things first, let's compare the minimum wage in the United States and in Brazil, and also the exchange rates between American and Brazilian currency, as those two elements play a big part in the issue. The lowest minimum wage I found in the US today is $7.25 an hour. In Brazil it is 8 reais an hour, considering a 44 hours per week journey, so even a little higher than the one in dollar, right? The problem is any kind of hardware here in Brazil is priced over its cost in dollar, and the exchange rate between dollar and real today is 5.70 reais for every $1. So if we divide 8 by 5.7, we'll get the minimum wage in Brazil in dollars as $1.40. So with that in mind, let's take a look at some steering wheels so we can make a comparison here, okay? The famous Logitech G29. The cheapest price I found for it in the US was $239, meaning an American pal would have to work 33 hours. I mean, you divide 239 for 7.25, okay, and then you get this number, 33 hours. That's how much an American pal would have to work to get one of those. Now, if we consider the exchange rate only, the same G29 should cost 1,362 reais to us, but the cheapest price I found in Brazil was 1,699 reais and 99 cents, which converted in US dollars will be $298, $59 more expensive. Now, a Brazilian pal must work 213 hours. Okay, let's get this number, $298 divided by 1.40. Okay, so 213 hours to get one of those. So in reality, it costs 6.45 times more to us. Is it bad enough? Keep calm, it would get much worse as we look the better and more expensive things. say the Thrustmaster T300RS GT. The cheapest price I found for it in the US without any kind of discount because of Black Friday or for it being on sale for any reason, it was $449.99. Okay, $450, meaning an American pal would have to work 62 hours, almost 3.5 times less than what we must work here in Brazil to get a G29. Think about that. Now, if we consider the exchange rate only, the same T300 should cost 2,566 reais to us, but the cheapest price I found in Brazil was 3,699 reais, which converted in US dollars will be $649. You know, $199 more expensive, $200 more expensive to us. Now, Brazilian pound must work 463 hours. Okay, that's right, 463 hours to get one of those. So in reality, it costs 10.5 times more to us. Why? What justifies it being 10 times more expensive? But no worries, it gets worse and worse. But now, do you want to fly or drive with us? Our server on Discord is on air. We're implementing things there little by little, but the basics is already working and the community is already interacting and playing together. We're waiting for y'all to join up. And you can also follow our profile on Instagram. Links in the video's description, or you can use the QR codes on screen. I said it gets worse and worse, but I'm gonna show you. Let's take a look at the Thrustmaster T-GT II, as here things start getting really wild. I found it in the American market for $799, $800. Okay, so an American pal would have to work hard for 110 hours before they could afford one of those. It's a lot. It is a lot. 110 hours. I mean, almost an entire month. Okay. Now, if we consider the exchange rate only, the same T-GT II should cost 4,560 reais to us here in Brazil. But the cheapest price I found here was 8,499 reais, which converted in dollars would be 1,491, $1,491, almost $700 more expensive. I mean, in the American market it costs $800. Here in Brazil we are paying those $800 and plus $700. It almost double the price. Okay, now a Brazilian pal must work for 1,065 hours. I will say it again, 1,065 hours to get one of those. So in reality it costs 9 times, almost 10 times more to us. What to say about something like DD bundles such as the Fanatec Gran DD Pro? I've got the cheapest one to compare, the 5Nm one, and the cheapest price I found in the American market was $699.95. So an American pal would have to work 96.5 hours before they could afford one of those. Now, if we consider the exchange rate only, the same Fanatec bundle should cost 3,990 reais to us. But the cheapest price I found here in Brazil was 8,900 reais, which converted in dollars, American dollars, will be $1,561. I will say it again, $1,561. $861 more expensive. You see, in the American market it's costing $700, but here for us it's costing $1,561. $861 more expensive to us. More than double, only if we consider the exchange rate. But remember, The minimum wage for a Brazilian pal, when calculated in dollars, is $1.40 an hour. So a guy like me must work for 1,155 hours. That's right, 1,155 hours to get one of those. So in reality, it costs almost 12 times more of this. So the exchange rate isn't the only problem here. We'll justify maybe price 6-7 times more expensive, but 12 times? 12 times. And we're calculating it over the suggested retail price in the US, okay? I don't believe the importing enterprises here in Brazil buy those products for that price from the manufacturers. So there are other factors, okay? There are elements such as importing taxes, which are incredibly high here in Brazil, and other elements I can't even imagine, right? The fact is, as you can see, those costs make those products just unaffordable for the vast majority of the people here in Brazil. And consider the fact that I'm not even talking about high-end products, okay, as those are basically impossible for most of the Brazilians. Here, one who can get a G29 is already king. If you haven't watched the previous episodes of our Mission Gran Turismo and War Thunder, I'll recommend you to watch the full playlists so you can follow our entire journey from the beginning after watching this special video. It will be a lot of fun watching, and you help the channel by doing so. Thanks a lot for the support, guys. And let's take a look at some flight sticks, so we also look at the aircombatsim market a little bit. I'll get two Thrustmaster products here, okay? The T16000 bundle, yes, stick, throttle, and rudder pedals. I found it for $260, okay, or 36 hours of work in the US against 1,799, 1,800 reais, or $315. So if we make the comparison here, Brazilian guy would have to work for 225 hours here in Brazil just to get one of those, you know? It's 6.26 times more expensive to us here in Brazil. A better quality product here, okay, the HOTAS Warthog, and I found it for $549, okay, $550 in the American market, yeah, or 76 hours of work in the US. But in Brazil, it's 5,719 reais. Okay, converting it to dollars, it's just $1,000. $1,000. So, you know, almost double the price, which it costs there in the US. Okay, and for us, it costs 717 working hours. So 76 hours in the US against 717 working hours here in Brazil. It's 9.5 times more expensive to us. And, well guys, there are many things I want to do to improve the gameplays here in the channel, many things I'd like to improve in the editions, the overall content quality, but I'm stuck in this financial barrier, you know, because things are just so much more expensive here in Brazil. See, my monthly income goes around $450 a month, a little over the minimum wage, but my priority is and will always be my family. Okay, little boy who's completing his 50th birthday today. By the way, excuse me just for a second, okay? Heitor, meu filho, papai te ama muito, muito. Parabéns pelo seu aniversário. Deus te abençoe hoje e sempre. Beijo grande do papai. And my wife who supports me with everything. They're number one to me. Wish I had some money to spend in better hardware right now. Just like so many Brazilians, I just can't. We just can't. You know, I know I'll eventually save enough and get there, but it may take a long time before I get a better computer or steering wheel or a flying HOTAS or anything like it. Okay, I hope you liked the video and it might have helped you understand how hard it is for Brazilian people to get those things. And And for the brands like Fanatec, Logitech, Thrustmaster, and etc., consider this. There are many talented people here in Brazil who remain invisible for they can't afford getting the proper hardware. And honestly here guys, I'm not talking about myself, okay? But I do know very talented people. Hey, there's a friend of mine who is an extremely talented sim racing driver, you know, and those people are invisible because they just get stuck in this financial barrier we have in Brazil, you know. So here is my hint, okay? Here's my 2 cents to those companies like Fanatec, Logitech, and Thrustmaster, and etc. It's very nice when you give big content creators new products to be tested and evaluated. You know, they help a lot of people, they help their clients, you know, and their audience to make decisions about which is the best product for them to buy, you know, which fits better for their, you know, budgets, and what is the best thing they can get for what their budget can afford, you know. But once in a while, just once in a while, think about helping small content creators struggling to get a little space among the big ones. Just imagine how cool it would be to see a hidden talent rise and shine after getting a little support from you. What a heck of a marketing move it would be. Just consider this. Think about that for a moment, you know? And that's all for today, folks. So make sure you hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel in order to keep following this journey with us. Okay, you can also leave a comment sharing your experiences and thoughts and suggestions and everything you want to say about it, you know. And I really hope you liked this content. I hope it helps. It can help you a little bit, right, understanding the situation here in Brazil, right? Don't forget to activate the notifications bell so you are notified every time there is a new video here on the channel. You can also join our server on Discord, the Drive and Flight does, and follow us on Instagram. I appreciate you who followed me so far. Salute, and I see you on the next mission.